Hello, everyone. So I have an extremely special guest with me today. This is Beth Combs, and she's the owner of Informed Body Healing. She is a health coach, and more than that, she's a wife, a mom, and a lover of Christ. She has 4 beautiful children who I have known for 13 years now.
About
13, something like maybe
12 or 13.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Long time.
Long time.
And we actually danced together in a dance union group. And we went to the same churches together for 10 years, and we just stayed connected. And there's those people in your life who you just know that they're solid and they will always remain the same. And you want to keep those people in your life who will build you up and you could build them up. And she's one of those people. So she will, I hope, forever be in my life.
Me too.
So Beth, can you tell us a little bit about what you do? It's really important for me to introduce her to you because we are now partnering together to help not just do life coaching, but to do whole person coaching. So you can't live into your fullest potential if you don't feel good and you don't feel like getting up and doing things every day, and you're struggling with body image or with depression or, just getting your blood sugar under control or whatever the issue may be. So Beth, can you tell me a little bit about what is a health coach and what do you do versus what like a physician does?
Sure. So I am a health and wellness coach. I put that in there because I do whole person coaching, health coaching, mind, body, spirit, but I'm also a master herbalist. And so there's some additional information and help that I can give people. So kind of the difference between me and maybe a naturopath would be that I walk closely with the person. I'm in high level contact with them. Whereas like a naturopath, you walk into their office and they are all about you, very engaged, but then you leave with supplements or herbs or whatever. And then you come back in a month and there's very little contact in between. Whereas I coach, like I'm on that sideline cheering you on, having high contact with you. So that's the main difference.
That's really great. So when someone comes to you, what are issues that people might have that they would come to you for?
They actually vary. There has been weight loss, sleeping help at night. They're not sleeping at night, fatigue, fogginess, digestion. I got to coach a young lady who was pregnant, so that was exciting. Coached her through her pregnancy. I'm actually coaching someone right now who's dealing with infertility. And so I'm just coming alongside again. And, she's seeing an OBGYN that specializes in that, but I'm coming alongside to help that.
I love that.
Yeah, it's been great.
So, and you've seen miracles and have gotten several testimonies from several different variety of issues.
Yes.
Which is just really cool. So if you are listening to this today and you struggle with any area of your health, I definitely recommend that you get a consult with Beth. We have life coaching and health coaching packages to where we actually dropped our price by $105. So if you buy them together, you'll get our life coaching plus Beth's health coaching to be able to, really help you live in your fullest potential, be fulfilled, and feel good. It's just for me, whenever I started with Beth, all of you know that are watching, I was dying in the ICU with COVID for several weeks. And Beth helped walk me through that and then helped me afterwards to get to the point where I am today, addressing things like adrenal fatigue and making sure that all of my macro and micronutrients were there and switching my multivitamin to something that was actually absorbed by my body, recommending the best supplements that were made from whole foods and actually worked, not just taking more pills and then they're not absorbing. Helped with my digestion with liver issues and has helped suggest thing for Robin fighting diabetes. So there's so many different areas of wellness, but if you have a coach to come alongside of you, she fills in the missing things. Like for me, there was a whole area of my diet that I didn't even think about addressing. But since I have, I feel really good. Like for the first time in a year, I can honestly
Mm.
say like, I mean, I've been up since 4:15 in the morning with Joseph and I feel good.
Mhm.
Like I'm tired, but it's not like fatigue that I'm crawling to do things. You know what
Right.
I mean?
Yes.
So I'm super thankful personally for you.
I'm glad.
So tell me a little bit about where you became a life coach from, or I'm sorry, a health coach from, and what that process was like for you. Like, when did you know that this is what you wanted to do?
Oh, I love this because it's so directed by the Lord. I had always used herbs in my home and just trial and error. And then I had two really great naturopaths that came alongside me and taught me so much. And so it was just part of my lifestyle. And then the Lord really brought me through quite a bit of trauma healing and PTSD. I was healed of that. I was healed of adrenal fatigue and just many other things. And so I just felt like, Lord, you're going to want to use this. You don't go through the fire for nothing.
That's right.
And so I just was watching and waiting for him to bring this thing. And however it looked, I didn't have any idea. I knew I loved natural health. I knew I loved emotional health, helping people think differently and, even using herbs to help in the area. Well, it was January of 2021, I got a prophetic word. And it was about the Lord's going to do something, and it's not going to be in the area of worship or intercession or dance, which is, my mojo, or homeschooling. That's my other thing that I do.
Yeah.
And so I immediately knew what the Lord was talking about. He was talking about this whole health thing. And so I just watched for it. And within 2 months, there was an email that came through. I followed this wonderful natural school called Trinity School of Natural Health. It's in the US, and they are a longstanding, amazing school. And so I get their emails. I'm just kind of, watch it here and there. And here comes this email, and it had a new program called Health Coach. And when that popped up, I thought, that's it, because I already love encouraging people. I love teaching them. I love equipping them. And I thought that's for me. So it was a very intense program. It was 8 weeks, but it was very intense. And that's how I started my practice. And then a year later, I went back and got my master herbalist.
I love that so much. And one of the things that we were just discussing prior to this recording was you're like a health midwife.
Yes.
Like you can take that.
Yes, you're with that person. Yes, I stay with them to see it through. And I just love that.
And you can stay long term with her. You have the
Mhm.
first 4 sessions,
Mhm.
and then you can continue to meet monthly, or when it's convenient, you can stay with her forever, or you
Mhm.
can take a break and come back. So it's
Mhm.
really health midwife really helped me get a clear picture, because you come in and you're there during the intensive part, and then the thing is birthed, and you're happy, you're healthy, you're whole, you're
Mhm.
healed, and then you find out you have something else, or you start to struggle with an issue again. Then
Mhm.
Beth pops back in and she's like, let's birth through this too.
Yeah.
So I love
That's
that.
good.
One of the things that you were talking about, how you treat, or modalities that you use to
Mhm.
treat people with, are based off of the 9 foundations of health. Can you tell us a little bit more about those?
Yes. So there's 9 foundations of health, and that's kind of the grid that I coach from. And it just encompasses all of your life. It encompasses rest, diet, exercise, emotional balance. I mean, if you can think of it, it's probably in that list. And so that's what we look for in the initial assessment appointment. It's very lengthy and in depth. And I just listen to the top 3 concerns. And then from there, we go into suggestions and, just make a plan. And every month has a goal. And the thing that I do that I just wish more health coaches would do this is we don't do a prescribed plan, like you have to exercise this much, this many days a week, it has to be this type. It's really up to the person. And so we problem solve that together. We become solutionists for you. And in that process, I just have found that there's just more success because they are having input into that process, talking about those 9 foundations. And then at that point, I make suggestions for herbal supplements, nutrition, I use a thing called Bach flower essences, which is more of like a homeopathic emotional support, and some other different modalities as well.
That's really good. And I'm a testimony of the exercise thing too, because, after COVID, I was laying still for so long that my leg muscles were shot.
Yeah.
Everything was trying to come alive again, and then having Joseph and, a massive C-section again. And so it was really helpful for me to say, this is what I can do
Yes.
and still function and not be in pain or not be out of balance, focusing on this more than my work or my kids or whatever. So just adding that. And actually, that routine that you helped me get into turned into our prayer time at night.
Oh,
We
nice.
would just relax, meditate, do our stretches and all that. And then it just turned into worship nights usually. So,
Awesome.
which is better for your health too.
Yes, totally.
So I love that you empower, just like we do as life coaches. We work together to empower you to not fit into some mold,
Right.
but to do what's best for you. You know you, and then we know the little extra that will kind of push you along in a loving way. Okay. So tell me a little bit about pricing. Let's talk about pricing real quickly. So we have a package that we're offering you that's together, because you all know that I do coaching, she does health and wellness coaching, but we also have a package that we're offering you together. So that package is $495. And how many sessions does that cover with you?
That's a total of 6 sessions. And if I may just insert this for your watchers here, I typically will do an initial appointment and then 3 follow-ups. But with Brandy, we're going to change it up and lengthen that. So you're actually getting an initial appointment and then 5 follow-up appointments.
Which is a lot.
It is a lot. It just takes you into a different thing, because typically in my normal practice, the way I do it, clients will be considered an established client at that 3rd month. And it's just kind of like a badge of honor. Like, they've made it through, they worked hard. And then at that point, they can come back anytime they want. If they want to switch it up and come back every other month for a time or every 3 months, that is completely up to them. And so we continue based on what they want to do. What we're doing with Fireside is just extending that and just giving an extended opportunity to stay with me a little bit longer, just to ensure people are solid in their new things.
So what I hear you saying is a lot more sessions, less money.
Yes.
Like, let's just sum it up.
That is exactly.
So I don't know who wouldn't want that, because then you get to work with us.
Yes.
Our coaches, Beth, it would just be Beth for now for her team. And we have a couple of exciting coaches that are almost ready for you guys. But other than that, you get me and Robin right now. So we encourage you to do this. We are both discounting our packages to be able to come together and do this at an affordable cost for you, because we feel like we want to reach people who need it, and that's of all income levels. And so we encourage you to reach out to us and let us know if you're interested in this. You can email me at firesidegrace@yahoo.com. You can also go to our website, firesidegrace.com/coaching. We're going to have a bunch of stuff posted on there for it. Or you can go to our shop page, firesidegrace.com/shop. We will link the descriptions in the video below. If you have any questions, where can they reach out to you for questions?
They can come to my website, informedbodyhealing.com, but they can also just directly email me if they would like to, informedbodyhealing@gmail.com.
Perfect. That sounds great. Well, we look forward to working with you and helping you live happy, healthy, whole, and into your fullest potential, fulfilling everything every day that Jesus wrote in your book for you to fulfill. Be blessed, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.